dollars, you give them the Bitcoin, and then they try to yank the dollars back. And banks typically default, and PayPal, things like that, typically default to just giving you your money back. Like, I bought things off eBay. Like, one time a guy sent me an iPhone, it was bad. I called him up, I had my money back in like 2 hours. It's ridiculous. They don't want you to prove it or anything. So running an exchange is extremely difficult to integrate with the existing financial system.
Price and kind of as a reserve thing, it is what people believe it's worth, and I think all prices are really a function of supply and demand. And so if you believe that the supply side has high integrity and really is fixed, and if you believe then that demand can grow over time with more credibility, and there'll be dampeners in demand every once in a while and an exchange goes down or something, or a few people get arrested. But if you believe that the long-term trend on demand is up and supply is fixed, then by definition the price should go up over time. And that's what I've come to that conclusion.
On the regulatory front, because it's always asked, I was an early investor in PayPal, and we were sued by dozens of attorneys general, dozens. Cars Direct, which was a company that you could buy a car online. I didn't know it at the time, but that was illegal. And we got sued by 49 of the 50 attorneys general. The one state where it's okay is Michigan, right? Every other state, the dealers have paid off their state legislators, so you can't do that. And my point is that with Bitcoin, it's an awkward thing today to use to buy something, right? It's not easy. And in fact, I don't even think that's the main value. I think the blockchain is the more interesting part, the transmission, if you want to call it, network of Bitcoin. As a payment mechanism, it'll be a long time before Bitcoin comes close to being as interesting as PayPal.
I think if you just take a step back, I think there are a lot of questions from regulators around what are we going to be able to track down the money launderers, et cetera, et cetera. I think taking a step back, I think these are all solvable problems, and governments and law enforcement will figure out how to deal with virtual currencies. And as that happens, and as people in government get more comfortable with virtual currencies, I think those regulations will move in a direction, so that consumers will get what they want. That's ultimately what's going to happen, right?
We have Virgin Galactic, but I don't know how many people are going to travel to space with Bitcoin.
So we've been investors in Bitcoin for a long time now, almost 2 years at this point, and we are quite bullish. I think you'd be hard pressed to find other investors who are more bullish on this space than us. I think we'll get into there's a lot of uncertainty around Bitcoin and how it'll play out, but fundamentally we think this is the most important innovation in the financial world in a few decades, if not longer.